Okay, the last piece of this puzzle is the conclusion paragraph. Pew, 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 we're almost done. Okay, so the conclusion paragraph is opposite of your intro paragraph. A conclusion paragraph starts very specific and then becomes very broad, and it always includes a connection to the reader. So it looks a little bit like this. The first step is to restate your thesis statement in a new way. So I took my original thesis statement and I kind of flipped it around a little bit, and I put, by hiring actors who are differently abled, people creating television shows or films can provide inspiration to others with similar disabilities and take positive steps towards improving the amount of representation of persons with physical disabilities. Additionally, this increase in representation within the media will result in less stereotyping and a more accurate depiction of those who are differently abled. So again, I've taken exactly what I had before and I've just kind of moved things around. So go ahead and take a minute. Oops, sorry. And if you haven't already, reword your thesis statement and add it to your outline. The next step is connecting to the reader. The first question that we would like you to answer is, what is the danger of a single narrative? Right? Think back to that TED Talk from the beginning of this unit and consider the single narrative that has been built around your marginalized community. Why are these inaccuracies dangerous? So for mine, I put persons who are differently abled are capable of great things and should be treated as such. When inaccurate stereotypes are spread, this community becomes vulnerable to both physical and emotional abuse. Okay, so I've kind of answered that question of like, a single narrative is dangerous, right? It can result in both in physical harm. And so I've answered that question. You're going to connect to the reader again by answering the question, how can society dispel stereotypes and encourage an awareness and tolerance of other cultures and communities? Some things to consider are cultural fluency, cultural tolerance, and cultural identity. Additionally, consider how everyday people can make positive changes. So I finished my paragraph by saying, everybody is capable of enacting positive change by pointing out injustices, not using hurtful language, and by supporting film and media that showcases persons with disabilities. So I have my thesis statement reworded, and I have two different ways that I have connected to the reader. Remember that just because you're connecting to the reader doesn't mean you're saying things like you, or I, or we, or our. Okay, no personal pronouns in this paragraph. And that's it. Bada bing, bada boom. You just wrote both your intro and conclusion paragraphs. Congrats.